Thanks Manscaped for sponsoring this video. I don't cook pasta very often, so when I do, I gotta make something special. And here's how I made it. Everything starts off with the cheese. As you can see, I got the whole wheel. Now this is not a cheese that you can buy in any supermarket. Now if you've never got a cheese wheel, let me tell you something. It is not easy to open. It's a task on itself. You gotta take your time and score the whole thing around. Once that's done, you go nice and easy with the knife until you cut the whole thing off. And take a look at this cheese. Oh, tasting it is something else. Absolutely delicious. Now in order to cook the god of pasta, the first thing I needed to do is to create a cheese bowl. I try to go nice and slow. The last thing we want is any of this wonderful cheese to go to waste. Because as soon as I got them out, I threw them in the food processor, blended as much as I could, and in the end, I had perfectly crumbled cheese. I will also be using this for the pasta. But that's not the only thing I love. We're talking about a Wagyu A5 ribeye. But take a closer look. This is not a regular A5 Wagyu. It has actually been dry aged for 35 days. One of the most important things whenever you dry aging anything is to make sure you remove the outer crust. And as I do so, I try to minimize as much as I could, as this steak is not only expensive but also extremely delicious. Once the trimming was done, the next thing to do was to chop up some fat. And that's because I'll be using all of this extra fat and putting it to good use. And these little blocks of fat is like butter. And don't forget, we still have our steak left. Talking about that, the next thing to do is to go ahead and pan sear it. I got my carbon steel pan nice and hot and threw in my steak. It is important to sear it quickly, so if your heat is too low, man, you're gonna overcook this thing. Check it out what I was left with in the end. Golden brown crust is the way to go. And now all there's left to do is to go ahead and chop this up. Now I'll be using this as a topping for our wonderful pasta. And don't forget, I was seeking for that fat. Look how much I had left on the pan, but we actually need more for our sauce. So I went ahead and dropped those little cubes we just cut up. And the important thing on this one is to keep the pan under medium heat. You don't want it too high. Remember, we're trying to render the fat nice and slow. As you can see, in the end, I was left with a good amount of Japanese Wagyu A5 dry-aged fat. Now the next thing to do is to make an incredible sauce with that Wagyu fat. First, I added the Wagyu fat right into the pan. Then I added a good amount of freshly grated garlic. Cooked it up under medium-low heat. Right after, I added some all-purpose flour, mixed everything well and started to cook. And I only wish you could smell it. After cooking it for about 5 minutes, I went ahead and added some milk. And here's the important thing, you gotta keep whisking it under high heat. As you are doing so, the sauce is gonna start thickening up on you real quick. You see, we're doing something that is called a bechamel. I kept adding milk as much as necessary, because I was looking for the perfect consistency to make the sauce. And in the end, take a look. This is exactly what I was looking for. To finish it off, I seasoned it with salt and a little bit of garlic powder. And that is it. My sauce is ready to go. Now let's talk about pasta. This is the one I'll be using today. Cooked it up until it was ready, as now the only thing left was to assemble. So I grabbed my cheese wheel and immediately threw in my hot pasta. Notice that I did not drain the pasta. I want it nice and hot. Then I added some of that grated cheese we just made in the beginning and vigorously mixed everything together. Once combined, I went ahead and threw in the sauce. Since everything is nice and hot, it started melting the cheese even more. Once that was done, the only thing left was to add that Japanese Wagyu A5 dry-aged steak we just cooked previously, add a little bit of parsley around for decoration, and that, my friends, is the god of pasta. Do you think there's any possibility that this is not gonna be fantastic? Well, you just wait for us to taste it, but not before we actually make an appetizer. And this is today's appetizer. You see, to go along with the god of pasta, I had to make the god of steaks. It's a Japanese Wagyu A5 filet mignon. It's just a perfect balance of fat and meat. It literally melts as you're taking a bite. To season, I kept it real simple. A little bit of salt followed by garlic powder and freshly ground black pepper. As always, I season both sides. I'm not only going to cook it on the grill, but I will also be using butter, thyme and garlic to finish it off. As now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to cook it, so let's do it. Does that look good or what? And before moving forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, Manscaped. April is National Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, and Manscaped has partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to help you take care down there. One man every hour, every day is diagnosed with testicular cancer. It is actually the most common form of cancer for men between ages 15 and 35. Cancer prevention screening is so important. Manscaped truly care about your below the waist. So while you're down there, Manscaped and the Testicular Cancer Society want to remind you to check yourself for testicular cancer with Easy once a month at home self-checks. Manscaped takes shaving balls and saving balls very seriously. This year, Manscaped will be donating $50,000 to their longtime partner, the Testicular Cancer Society, to help those impacted by testicular cancer. So get yourself one of my favorites, the Lawnmower 4.0 by Manscaped. And check out manscaped.com/TCS to learn more about how you can perform simple, routine self-checks at home to prevent testicular cancer. Take your time, trim down there, and check yourself, my friend. As always, you can use promo code GUGA to get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. Thank you, Manscaped, for sponsoring this video. Guys, go join the Manscaped movement, and don't forget to take care of your hair, because together we save balls. All right, everybody, here we got our beautiful feast today. Are you guys hungry?
I'm the only word I can use to describe is it just seems luxurious.
Let me just put it like this. Guga has never whipped out a cheese wheel for me. I'm just saying. This is a first.
It's a first time for me as well. I'll tell you one thing. Every time Leo comes, he asks me for one specific thing. What is it?
Please, no experiments.
That's true.
Besides that,
I have been asking for the god of steaks.
that's what that is, Leo.
That's the god of steaks?
That's right.
And
Oh my god, guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am to eat this.
This thing is no
man.
joke, all right? So I gotta tell you guys what it is, because it's not an experiment, all right? Here we got a bechamel Wagyu dry aged sauce, all right? Inside of the cheese wheel.
okay.
So many words right there.
Oh,
I know, right? I stumbled
So
in
many
like
expensive words.
Yeah.
right
expensive
there.
words. And then we got the appetizer. This is the
The
appetizer.
appetizer?
This is
Oh,
the
that's-
appetizer.
You know what?
No,
I need
no,
to
no, that-
open my hunger up. So
Leo, go ahead, grab one. Hurry up, because I'm right behind you.
I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
grab one right in the middle.
all right, in the middle. Okay, go for it,
Alright,
Angel.
I'm
Grab
gonna
it.
grab one right in the middle.
We're gonna allow Leo to experience this. You ready, Leo?
I'm ready.
I want you to describe to them what it's like.
Okay.
The god of steaks. Cheers,
Cheers,
everybody.
everyone.
Cheers. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is insane. My mind is so blown right
Isn't
now.
it good?
It's such a just punch in the face with beefy richness. It's incredible.
You know what my only problem it is with this steak, Leo?
It's too small.
Exactly.
It's too small? You know what, Guga? I think I have the same problem with this steak.
It's too damn small, everybody. I can eat this whole
Wow.
thing right here.
The sensation and the flavor that this steak leaves in your mouth is otherworldly.
This is one of those steaks that is worth saving to try. You know what I mean? If you don't want to try an A5 ribeye or because, you know, whatever, this one you got to experience, all right? It's like a different level. That is delicious, but now it's time for this. Now, it should be nice, thick, and rich. Let's see. You're full of different experiences today, Leo. You ready?
Oh yeah. I was born for this moment.
Smell it. Oh, Lord. It smells like heaven, everybody. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Oh my god.
Oh God,
I-
this is cheesy, boy. It's super creamy.
Super.
Yes.
The consistency is almost thick, almost.
Yeah, almost
Right?
thick.
But it is just creamy
Yeah.
at the moment. And I think it goes awesome with these little bits. It's a win, I think. This is a win.
No, this
Leo?
is more than a win. This is overkill. This is insane.
This is not something you're gonna make every day, everybody. It is extremely for a special occasion. You've been asking me for a while, Leo, for the god of steaks. I said, I can't just cook the god of steaks. Let's go ahead and cook the god of pasta. That's basically what that is.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Guga. That's
Exactly.
perfect.
All my Italian friends are probably going to be upset with me. You know what I mean? Because it's not authentic at all. Whenever you ever use Wagyu Fat to make a bechamel sauce, everybody. Not only the most expensive dish I've ever made in my life, but I can honestly say one of the most delicious one we had.
This is like top 3 right here.
I agree, 100%, if not number 1, everybody. That's how delicious this is.
I know that Angel always says this.
We got a frog in the video, everybody.
He wants them too. Saying it's really good is the grossest understatement of the year. This is, like the name says, heavenly.
Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys learned something new because I definitely did. When I had this in my head, I had no idea it was going to turn out like this, everybody. It could have gone real south, but it turned out really, really amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything's always on the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.